All right, doing another video today. This is about the seatbelt system in our Decathlon. It's actually identical to our Extra as well, but we use the Hooker 5-point harness. There's always on this system, there's always the label, and believe it or not, that's always on the left shoulder harness, if anybody was ever confused. Little trivia. So we've got our shoulder harnesses, we've got our center strap coming up, and we have a front belt, okay, and then we have a secondary back belt, which is included with a ratcheting system. The front belt is only through a kind of a standard slip buckle on both sides, left and right, with a slip buckle, in order to take out most of the slack. The Hooker system uses a boomer or a lever. It is held in these little detents here in the closed position. The hook is what grabs the tab on the opposite side, and our auxiliary belts, the center strap and the over the shoulder straps, as they are augmented belts, they slip onto that the blade as such. These are held in the detent for the full locked position. To egress, you would simply lift up. The thing that you have to remember is, even if you would accidentally lift out of the detent one of your belts, the hook is still captured into the little bayonet that's going through there. Okay, so it's still secure. You have to lift the little boomer, little lever, quite a ways before it releases, almost completely open before it releases. And that's another safety feature. Even if they're slightly open or not completely latched in the detent like that, you will have security with your seatbelt, and you won't get fall out of your seat and go through the overhead canopy when you're flying inverted. So that's the general overview of the seatbelt system. The ratchet mechanism on this one is pretty much a standard ratcheting. We've got a little black handle here, and we've got this little gate with a little lip. You can pinch these two together and fold this ratchet all the way open into what appears to be that fashion, and that allows for the belts to unwind. Okay, that releases the ratchet. So in this position, to get it to start to be a ratchet, you pinch the two gates together, fold it away, and now it is in the ratcheting mode. Okay, so pinch the two gates to get it wide open, puts it into freewheeling or release. And pinch the two gates, fold it down, gets it into the ratcheting system. Okay. Most people seem to rely on the ratchet exclusively to hold themselves in their seat, and they don't put enough emphasis on these front belts. I've noticed with inverted work, inverted flight, inverted maneuvers, aerobatic maneuvers, that if you properly tension these front belts into the thigh muscle, it really greatly helps your security, your ability for leverage, and the comfort of dividing your weight or spreading the weight of your body, particularly under more than one negative G. It distributes that weight more over more surface area, and it's much more comfortable. So don't just assume that these front belts are just there in case the ratchet fails, or in case this this back belt should fail. There's actually a lot of use and out of this front belt if you properly tension it. So get these front two belts on the right and on the left as tight as you can get them by forcing it down into your thigh muscle, and with one hand, and raising it and taking the tension or the slack out of it through the slip buckle here. So that is just a footnote to the proper use of the front belt. The shoulder harnesses are absolutely not intended to hold you in your seat, even on inverted work. That is all done from the hip belts, from the hip bones and your thighs. These over-the-shoulder belts are simply to keep you from hitting the panel should you experience sudden stoppage. So you don't want these flopping around, falling off of your shoulder. A couple of things there. It's annoying to have that so loose that they fall off your shoulders. Secondly, they can actually slide over, and then when they come back, they can ding you into your neck or into your chin. So you want these just tensioned properly, not to hold you in the seat. You need to have freedom of movement, but you don't want them to be so tight that they crush your collarbones when you do roll inverted. You need these a little bit loose. All right, well, be sure to check out some of our other videos on the decathlon and the extra here at the Patty Wagstaff Aerobatic School. Thanks for viewing.